All right, let's get this show on the road, I suppose. Should we just show on my desktop? Yes, I am. Awesome. So, I think I'm just doing a gun test this time. This is going to be a little bit similar to the lever action test I did. This gun is from the Dissenter pack here. This frame. This one right here. And now, unfortunately, this part here is separate, so I can do a reload thing if I wanted. But problem is, technically with these, that's supposed to come open to insert the rounds there, and this is it's a single action. You're supposed to be able to pull this back. That's not a separately done piece. It's not even like in the symbol. Like if I break this apart, it's the lines and the filling. So that's not really an option to do that. So we're gonna have to go with subtle or not so subtle trickery to just sort of feign the fact that we're pulling that back and whatnot. Because I'm definitely not drawing this shit myself. So for now, that is actually the wrong hand. Oh wait, I forgot I'm not using these hands because they don't have enough hands for what I want to do. Which is why I use this pack. Gotta find the open hand. These hands are all over the freaking place. Which makes it hard to find things sometimes. This one. The top layer. Oh, Jesus. Getting it to be the right size is also an issue. Close enough. So, I can put the music back on. And that's looping, which we don't want to do. Next one. That's too loud. Anyway. One viewer, cool. I think, again, since I can't pull the hammer back or anything on this, I'm either going to have him be fanning it. This Easley did this as well, I think, in one of his animations. He did the fanning animation, but the hand was constantly covering this the whole time, so you couldn't tell that the hammer wasn't actually moving, or else I might just not give a shit. Because what I really wanted to do when I use these is to actually, because for these over here, there's a bunch of separate thumb sprites that I would want to use to actually somewhat animate him with one hand pulling the hammer back, right? But again, it's not separate. I can't do that. So that's a problem that I'll have to figure out at a later date. For now, same as before, we want this to be relatively smooth, so we're gonna keep that first frame with that there so I can copy it a little later. But now we just go to this one. Using Shift and arrow keys, we're going to move it the same number of spaces up every frame, so it's a very smooth motion. That lined up. Control Z to undo, Control Y to redo. This should be about lined up. Okay. Pause it here for a couple frames. Two over this time. I'm gonna nudge it up slightly. And this frame is where he grabs it, so we're going back to the first frame. this hand and put it here. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so he grabs it a bit higher, so we actually probably want to move this one up a bit to match that, and maybe tilt it slightly. And this one slightly as well to start that sort of tilting. So now we want, oh, okay, that was way too many fucking frames. Way too few frames rather, way too fast, too many nudges at one time. So I'm gonna have to add a frame, which is gonna really mess this whole thing up. Okay, I have to go through every frame and put something basically in between. So if it goes from here to here, which was 5 shifts, we have to put it halfway between pretty much. Let's use an actual onion skin and try and half-ass this out. I could also just redo it, but meh. Okay. Here. Just moving it up 3 times. With shift and up arrow key. This should make it much slower because it's twice as long to get to the same spot. This extra frame is not necessary, so we are going to get rid of it. Wait, shift F, there it is. Okay. And then this frame has absolutely nothing, which we don't want, so I'm going to add a frame after it. And from there. So, let's see what it looks like now. Oh, Jesus. Still too fast. Holy shit. Okay. At this point, it would probably be faster just to redo it. We don't want to get rid of the first frame. This one we can delete for this frame. So, okay. Let's try 2 this time. Music's banging as usual. No viewers, that's nice. Rotate this a tad more. Hey Cyber, what's up? I just saw you type hello, but I say it still says 0 viewers, which is weird. Also, when I'm streaming to YouTube, I apparently can't check how many people or what the names of the people are watching the stream, which is interesting. Whatever. I guess I just can't see the names of whoever's watching. So that sucks. Wait, what? Why does they have to sign in the chat? I'm already signed in. How am I streaming if I'm not signed in? Okay. Okay, that's weird. I have to have a separate Chrome window for that? YouTube's really weird. There are only one people here, and that's me. Good to know. Okay, now it says one viewer. I can't chat from within Streamlabs? Are you kidding me? Fine. Stupid. Whatever. I'll leave this open in case I need to chat to people, but I probably won't have to. Because I have a microphone. Also, we have to get rid of this stupid color. Much better. Back to what I was doing. That's much better. I just have to be super slow. I'm not really worried about that too much. But it is the frame after this one, F6, that we are going to swap to the other hand. No, don't want to copy both, just that one. Which I've already pre-rotated in a nice position. Although, does that look right? It doesn't look right. Because when you hold... I feel like it should be up more like this. But that's not. That's not how you hold it. Well, you hold it so straight. You don't hold it up like that. So I guess that's fine. Okay. Anyway. Right, now. What the fuck am I gonna do with this thing? The hand was just moving this way, so I figure make it do some kind of motion this way first, just to add flair to add a little bit of motion. But I guess because again we can't do the fancy shit with pulling the hammer back because the hammer can't be pulled back unless I were to re-fucking draw it, which I, considering how much detail is in this thing, kind of gonna pass on that one. Because I don't even know how they did this, if they did it with a paintbrush tool or what. But I'm not futzing with that, to be honest with you. So I think we'll just have to go with the good old spinny tricks for now. Oh, right, because it's grabbing, we actually don't want it there. We want it on the same frame as the gun. What the fuck? Copy. Actually cut. Then on this frame, control shift. There we go. Okay. So now it's here in the right position, but it's on the same layer as the gun, so we can very easily animate everything all together. So nothing moves in relation to each other. How a pop sound? Message retracted. Oh, what? Hold on. Why does it say I have a message? Oh, I guess because you deleted it? What microphone is a pop sound? I'll wait for you to answer and see what's going on. We should zoom in here. Also, actually, I'm gonna make a new layer, put it behind everything, and set it as a guide layer. So what guide layers do, and I guessed that this is... Oh. Alright, see you, man. Anyway, for those of you watching after I streamed, because I'm going to keep these up on my YouTube channel, I guess this is what this was for, just by the name. A guide layer is a layer where you can draw whatever the fuck you want as a guide. When you actually play the animation, it's not there. So I want to make sure that my gun here doesn't really frickin', you know, move from where it is too much. I want a brighter color than that. Nice red. Actually, red's bad because that's the color of my one of my onion skins, and we don't want to mess with that. So stroke to 3. This way we can get a nice guide on about where the gun is. Oh, that's right there. And that way, when we're if I need to, I can hide this if it gets in the way. But now I can tell about where the gun should be on the page. We're gonna actually put these as well. A little more than that. I'm holding shift to make sure they're straight, by the way. This isn't entirely necessary, but I remember when I did that shotgun levering shotgun animation, I really, like, it went from, oh right, we want to lock this now. I went from up here to like way up here and then back down to here. I want to avoid that. I want it to kind of stay around the center here, you know what I mean? So can I like edit the layers so it's more transparent or something? Like, no. Oh, if I turn off the, if you click the transparency thing here, these colored things, it turns it into a different color, but like an outline, so you can easily see stuff behind it. Whatnot. So that works here. I could have also just made thin orange lines, but whatever. Either way, back to what I was doing. So he just came, the hand just came in this way pretty much. And I apparently rotated the gun slightly, which I didn't want to do, but whatever. So I'm going to do just a tiny bit of forward momentum here, because he just grabbed the gun. I say he, but it's really just a floating hand. It's not trying not to get too excited with the animation here. Sometimes I rush things. I really wanted to do this motion, so I rush through it, and then it's too fast, and then it looks bad. That might have been a too sudden jerk back, because if it was like this and suddenly like that, it's bad. It should be a more natural curve, in my opinion. I don't have to stay exactly inside these lines. This is just a general guide about where on the page it started, and I want to stay close to that. Now, for those of you who are familiar with Menace Comment, probably are well aware of who Cheshire is, but I reached out to him just to make sure, you know, because I don't know the guy. Use the songs and stuff. He's not going to get upset about it, whatever. Like, because sometimes people like want, I don't know, specific stuff to stay on in their network or in their stuff, whatever. Cheshire was just fine. He's like, yo, yeah, man, go ahead, use shit. You go on, and it's okay. So he was pretty enthusiastic about it. Lothod also allowed it. Neither of them are endorsing the channel or anything like that. They just, they gave me permission to use the stuff, and that was very nice of them. So now I have a shit ton of Madness themed, or Madness style, I guess Cheshire's style music to play while I'm animating, and I think that's great. song actually I haven't heard before. I believe it's probably from the Project Nexus soundtrack. Yeah, AAHW, yes it is. I remember seeing that in that list. It's like the first one on the album. It's pretty good. I hope this isn't too small down here that you guys can't see it over down here. But anyway. Oh. That's weird. I don't remember it jumping like that. What did I do wrong here? So it went down and back, okay. But that's where it is, okay. Alright, so there's this just sudden jump up here that I gotta fix now. Now for reference right now, I'm using this point here for the trigger as the sort of guide as to where it's going. So I'm keeping the points close together and then going back and double checking on it. Not really focusing on anything else because I already pre-rotated everything on how I want it to go. I just have to remember which way it was going and then move the point in consideration of that. And there you go. Now in this case, it doesn't move that much compared to the rest of them, so we actually want it to move a little bit more here. So I think now is about the time I want to move it forward again. And this still is a bigger jump than the other 2 frames, but not by much, so we're gonna hope it's 1/30th of a second. So I'm fairly certain that a few discrepancies here and there that aren't that big aren't gonna be really super noticeable. Okay, so that should be better. She's still, oh, that's still weird. No, there's a different point that it hitches. Oh, right there. There's that classic Cheshire sound. What is this? Flash intro too. That's from his one of his albums. That's still a bit big of a jump. I want it a little bit lower there. That's better. Let's see how it looks now. It's still weird because it's doing like 2 circles. And I didn't want it to be like a circle, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change some of these frames, right? So when it goes down, right, that's fine. We don't want it to go back. We want it to more go up. So we're going to move pretty much all these frames just a bit to the right. Not really up or down or anything, just to the right. So now instead of going back a bunch, it's going more just straight up. And this one has to get moved forward because the previous frame is actually in front of it now, which we don't want. That looks a bit better. But this kind of just pushes it forward, which is weird. So I think what we're going to do at this point is redo part of this. Rotate this slightly. To it. Oh, that's better. But I think for the effect I was going for, because the hand just kind of went, so it actually needs more forward. I might have to just redo this whole thing here. Let's try that. Because I think I moved it too little when I first started here. This is the whole thing with animation. Sometimes you just have to fuck over, and it sucks. But end result is usually worth it. Usually. Maybe. just might be moving it too subtly. I've sort of adopted a sort of style of exaggerating things a little bit. So you've noticed on my Deagle, the gun testing with the Deagle, I assume that was a Deagle. I think the recoils are very pronounced, very slow, and like, you know, dramatic. And a lot of times on the various different gun things, I do that, like wiggle with the gun. I emphasize that sort of, you know, yeah, that looks a lot better now. Although, with the speed that it was going forward, it looks a little odd. It doesn't start at a good speed, so I might actually. It's gonna be hard to do. I guess we'll just leave it for now. Maybe edit the beginning frames differently later, because that can be edited pretty easily before, but the other stuff is just, you know. Yeah, see? So the whole tilt down and up of the gun. And in real life, the gun moves very snappily, very smoothly and stuff, right? If you're holding the gun, it's easy. But I learned somewhere on a YouTube channel that, you know how in video games where, you know, an idle animation, they're like, this is this over, like, obvious, like, the whole body breathing motion, and it looks ridiculous when you really think about it. But if you don't think about it, it's normal. That's just what you see in games. Now, what the video explained was, our bodies we're very efficient. When you're walking, it feels like you're doing these big motions, but you're barely, like, your feet are like maybe an inch off the ground. You're just, when you walk and stuff, right? It's using the least amount of energy as possible to walk. Basically letting gravity do most of the work. You're basically just falling and catching yourself repeatedly with your feet. But it doesn't feel like that to you, right? You don't think about it when you're walking, but it feels like you're actually doing more, right? So to get that same feeling, you have to convey that in video games a little bit. You have to exaggerate things a bit, right? Or in animations and stuff, right? So I took that to here. So when you're doing this kind of stuff, if you were to just grab a gun like this, it wouldn't move up and down this much. It's not that heavy. It's not that hard to move, right? But first of all, these guys have floating hands, so you got to add that, like, floatiness to it. Second of all, it just, again, adds to the style. Now, I've seen a lot of different people do different styles and stuff, as far as, you know, some are much more fast and snappy, like all the time. Others are more like, I want to say pose to pose, sort of. That's an animation style, but like where the body or the person, whatever, will be doing one thing, it'll be slow here, and then jump over to this thing and do the thing over here, and then kind of lower it to somewhere else. Pardon the lag, my computer's not amazing. So I've seen that a lot. But as for me, you've seen mine. It's somewhat more a steady, like, pace, not super, you know, high detailed little rotations on almost every frame type of thing, like Easily does, or That Simple, I think, does to some degree too. They do a lot of, like, those little motions with the body movements and whatnot. I don't know if I'm gonna get that far into it, or get that good at it where I can do that easily or consistently. But so far I have my own style, and we'll see if it develops or changes or what, but this is how I'm doing stuff now. Anyway, I'm on a bit of a tangent. Back to the actual animating here. So, what did it do again? Alright, set all the way back. Okay, so pretty much here is where we're stopping. Back down. So, now what I'm going to have it do, I should probably move this to here, maybe, because that's where he's rotating it from, right? But, and then I can do this and just remove the hand there anyway. We'll figure it out. But, what I am going to do is once he starts spinning it, because, you know, it's I'm going to put the pin here, because that would make it a lot easier to make that spin look better, in my opinion. Now, of course, when you do an actual spin, your finger isn't just staying dead center in the loop there. It's moving around whichever part of the gun it's resting, so there has to be a little bit of movement there, and your hand doesn't stay still either. You ever like spun something around your finger? You don't move it in a circle. You kind of move it up and down or back and forth along one axis to just keep the spin going, right? So I'm gonna try and capture that here to some degree. But first, of course, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have him lift it up first, and then toss it down, sort of like and dangle on his finger. It'll actually, the gun will be upside down for a minute on his finger, hanging like this, and then he'll spin it and it'll go backwards like that. So but in order to do that, he has to raise it up first. That looked weird. Okay, so that was not the right frame. I want this to be a little bit speedy, because he's not, you know, really slow about raising it up here. I'm not even watching, I'm watching more the end of the barrel than the hand, so I'm probably messing this up as far as where the hand goes. Yeah, see, at first it goes back and then doesn't move. That's weird. So we want to adjust that. Yeah, see, I wasn't watching the hand, so now it looks weird, so now I gotta readjust it. Because the whole hand and gun is supposed to be moving up. So it's that consistency of both where the hand and the gun's going. This probably has to be rotated this way then. See, now it just looks bad. Watch, it goes up, slightly back, now forward, and then back again. It's just bad. So it might actually be better to do it from the hand that way anyway. But at least look at us a gist of the motion we want. I try to think in like curved lines here, because you know when you move it, everything's around a pivot, right? Your arm moves around your elbow, and that the upper arm moves around the shoulder. It's all pivots, right? So it's all curves. Now, of course, these guys again don't have elbows or arms, but it's a similar thing. Let's see. I'm also doing a couple of things. People message me on Discord and whatnot, so. Oh, see, now it looks weird. It's just very suddenly up. It also doesn't help that it just ends abruptly, so once I add some follow through to it, that ought to be nice. But I think what I should do here is it starts moving up a little too fast. So we actually want to ease into it more before it starts moving faster. So we're going to make these gaps between these frames a little bit smaller. Before it speeds up. I think one more just to get it right in between. Actually, the gap and this gap is smaller here, so it's starting to slow down up here. So this last frame I'll have to change. Oh, and then I didn't update the actual last frame yet. So, but anyway, let's see. Okay. It's odd that it goes back like this. So either move this one back to bridge that gap. Oh hey, you guys should know this song. To make it look more like he's actually meaning to go back slightly with it. So not only bridging the gap to going in this direction, but then left and right as well. This jump feels weird up here because it goes from here to, like, the barrel goes back more. The hand rotates, so that doesn't, that's a smooth movement pretty much, but the barrel moves back a lot, which is weird. I think doing that would be better. So let's see what this looks like then. Yeah, again, that movement just from suddenly from being at rest and then just moving straight up right away, it's weird. So I might actually have to go back, and what I'll do is bridge into that up motion as well. Because it just suddenly stops and then whoop, all the way start going up. So we're gonna actually, I think, stop it about here and make this section much slower. So this section is much more at rest. That's just a very sudden stop though, so we want to actually make this frame slightly this one as well. Oh, that's a weird jump. Bum, 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 bum. This rotation is also weird. That might look better, but it's now rotating around the barrel at the end there, which I can see some, if you watch the hand here, you can see when it's after it goes up and then comes back down there. It's kind of, the whole thing's just slightly jittering around a little bit. It's weird. It's just a test, so I'm not super anal about it. Plus, in a full-on animation, you're really, once you have the body and the head and everything moving, you're not going to notice this shit. But at the same time, shoot for perfection and you'll get closer to it than if you don't, I guess. Something like that. Insert wise quote here. Now's the part we want to start slowing down a bit. Look, it's been an hour. Well, I didn't start streaming right at 10, maybe 10:15, I guess. But the actual stream has been ongoing for almost an hour. 48 minutes. 49 minutes, and I've gotten not even 3 seconds into the animation. So, hello, Maestro. I don't think we need another Maestro here. I already have something playing music. So let's see how that looks like when we ease into it like that. It's not bad. Oh, eases right out of it. We want to have a slight pause up there. So we'll do 2 frames like that, rotate it slightly, 2 more frames, and now we're going to make it go down a bit. I think I'm going to anchor over here because that's going to make it easier. Except that didn't do that for some reason. Anchor it over here. Oh right, because I have multiple things selected, that's why. So it's not going to it's not going to keep that anchor piece because it's not just on one piece like a symbol or something. Why shouldn't you just do a symbol? I can do that, but I'm not going to. So now it has to start speeding up here. And this is where I swap this hand for this one. And we have to make the hand not fucking tiny. Yeah, it's still too small. It's too big of a jump, so we need this to go like this. This hand might actually be too big compared to the other one, I think. So let's just copy this real quick and paste it over this, make sure it's actually the right size we want. That's pretty much exactly the right size. Okay, that's fine then. This jumps forward a lot, so this one's weird because the hand doesn't move from its position, but the gun rotates, so we still want to have that downward motion that we're having here. And then this one has to change as well. Not what I wanted to do. I'm not going to be unloading this, so I should really just make the gun and the cylinder one sprite this whole freaking time. Whatever. Whenever I have to rotate this, I can just boop. And there you go. So I think the gun's actually going to get pulled back because his hand's going to generally stay in the same position, right? This hand's going to actually rotate a bit more than that, but... that still doesn't look right. About there. I think we're going to rotate the gun slightly less. should really just convert this to a symbol. Now. Yeah, okay, so it didn't replace the other things, which is fine, because it made a new symbol. Now I can just rotate the gun, and whenever I select just the gun, it'll have the pin still here for the rotation after reframe. Okay, so that's nice. And it's both, it'll still go in the center, but anyway. The gun we want to rotate slightly less. I'll have to tweak the rotation a bit, but this, rotate this down a bit. Oh, Maestro left, alright. I'm not rotating enough now. A little bit more for each of these. How much longer is this song? Oh, it's a long ass song. So how does it look so far? We'll have to do a good follow through on the gun, because I think just it going down like this and is a little it doesn't quite look right. It's too smooth, I think. Yeah, because you had this big jump when he lets it go, but then it's a little bit smaller on these, so it like starts fast and goes slow, which is the opposite of what you want. This is a sudden movement, so I think these actually all have to rotate just a little more each. Just a little bit more. Emphasize that. Yeah, I think that looks better. Okay. Next frame. Sorry for the background noise if you hear that. I spent one or two too many frames going in this direction. Yeah. So this frame, it slowed down too fast, so it needs to actually be a little bit more further apart. Still too smooth to it's going pretty fast, you're right, and then it just very suddenly slows down, which is a bit of a problem. That's better. So the gun wants to rest at a certain angle, right? Because there's a certain part that's heaviest, and that's going to point down. It's going to be around here, I think. But now this guy's hand's starting to move up, so that's going to pull this part of the gun here more towards the center of mass. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it makes more sense in my head. That moved up too much. Yeah, so nope, we'll move everything. This is the same kind of issue I had with the shotgun. Is I kept redoing it like, nah, I should move this way, nah, more this way, nah, more forward, more back, more up. So the gun's not rotating right at all right now, so. Too much. See now, like he's pulling his hand up. I'm just like trying to imagine in my head how, like, you would move your hand if you're trying to do this, right? Okay, I think I did something wrong here, so I'm gonna have to redo a bunch of these. Let's start it from, just went down. Let's see how it looks actually right now first, before I judge it. Yeah, so you know. So, first of all, the gun stops just instantly once it reaches that bottom part, which isn't what I want either. So we're gonna start here, and the rest of these, we're gonna blank keyframe and start over from here. So first of all, the gun has more momentum than that, so this should be swinging more. What I think I'm going to do here is just focus on the hand, and I'll do the animation for the gun in a bit. I'll just keep them tied together because the gun's already pinned, the pivot point's already around the finger pretty much. So I can just edit the rotations later as much as I want. That's easy. So I'm going to focus on the hand right now and get that right. Let's rotate too soon. Sounds pretty jamming. Alright, so now that looks weird. I think it should be moving back a bit more by the end there, but we'll see. Okay, the hand looks fine, so let's do the revolver then. See if we can get it spinning right here. Yeah, okay. So the hand moves way too slowly. Round 3, I think. I could use the guide layer again and draw like the motion I want the hand to make. So it's very much a sort of, probably want layer actually be above it so we can see, but blocked. It's gonna go up to here. I actually want a different color. I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm doing that, but whatever. I want to end up about here. And it's gonna, oh, that looks bad. I need to make another guide layer. Because then it won't intersect the previous line, I don't think, when I try and curve it. Yeah, it won't, there we go. Let's try that again. So it's gonna go around, it's gonna go forward a bit and then up suddenly and then end up about here, I think. And the motion we want is more of like a, this line's not exact, but you get the idea. So it's gonna go kind of this and up. So we want to try and somewhat follow that line. It probably wants to go a little more forward, but I'll figure it out as I do it. I'll have to redo it another couple times, maybe, but we'll see. Want to lock that there so we're not accidentally messing with the fucking lines. Okay, let me follow that line a bit more. Let's see how the motion looks there. It should be faster, which is good. That is faster. I think it's still too slow. Because if you're doing that same kind of motion, right, it's much faster than that. It's more snappy. So I have to do that in actually less frames. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these frames from here, move them a bit ahead, like basically to the next frame that was in a line. Which might be hard for you to see because it's just an amalgamation of lines, but this more completes the loop that we were in. So let's see if that looks a bit better. Yeah, it's a bit better. I don't think it's fast enough though. I think it's too smooth still. We might actually just have to literally remove frames and do it. Or we can just do what we just did and move it all faster again. Which I might end up doing here. If you look closely, you see this line right here, and then this line, and then that line very clearly intersect all this other like straight stuff going this way. That's the gun. That's where I'm kind of focusing everything around. This might be a little bit too fast, but it's really hard to tell until I actually finish it. And because if it just only shoots forward, it's going to make it look weird. If you watch, we play it, it's going to look fine until that jump, and it's going to throw everything off. Yeah, that's faster. I like that. That weird jump there makes it look weird. Slowdown's probably gonna look weird too, but not as much as that jerking. Okay, that's pretty good. So now we got the speed down properly. Time to actually rotate the gun this whole time. So now it's going to start doing the rotation forward because the hand's moving up and it's carrying momentum with it now. As it reaches that peak, the momentum's going to really push it forward and it's going to shoot this way more. That might be a little too much. So I'm probably going to edit the hand motions here because I wanted to spin it more than once here, right? looks a bit here. Not bad. So I do have to edit his hand motions though, because it slows down here, which we don't want. Now this is fast movement, so it's fine if it's like jumpy a little bit, because it'll all blend together. The whole point of animation is these are literally you're seeing 30 pictures per second, right? Literally, there's so many gaps in there because how fast our eyes see, so to speak. The quote FPS that sees in. I don't know what it is. Somebody just linked me. But he's saying that the movement in my animation is a little slow, and he has an FLA that I can download that might help. And it looks like someone spinning a pistol. So I'm actually look at this on stream to see what he's talking about here. So let me actually download this and take a look. I don't know who made this, but so let's see. Did it start from already spinning it, right? So the hand doesn't actually move every frame. They only move it every like 2 frames. Right, so the first one is just a little bit. This is a USP match, by the way, very nice. And then it rotates. So let me turn my onion skin. So it rotates just a little bit off where it was, then maybe twice as much of that, and then it sticks with that consistency. It actually goes a little bit more, because before it was going, you can see the differences in the barrel, just that a little bit, not quite a bit more. About the same. Now it's almost completely reversing here. And then he catches it and goes up, down, up, down. It's for that little shaking unit. So we play it. So yeah, that's cool. But at the same time, there's also a thing as different styles too. So I haven't gotten fully into the spinning yet. It's just his first spin up, so it's not going to be fast until it builds up speed a bit. So again, different styles, different ways of animating and stuff. You know, there is some leeway to be had there. It's not all going to be an exact science as far as how exactly you should spin pistols, but I'll keep note of a few things from that and try and add that with here. Anyway, back to what I was doing. So far it looks pretty good. We're gonna do a few rotations and have him catch it. That's a short animation. I don't know if I'm gonna end the stream there. I might actually start a new stream that's not animation, just a game or something, maybe. Right now, so there's no viewers here, so I don't think there'll be any objections. But now what I figure I'm doing here is because if you're spinning a revolver, right, your hand is pretty much always pulling down this way in relation to the gun. So at this point, you're pulling this way more, and at this point, you're pulling this way, this way, this way, always pulling away from the weight of the gun, because you're coaxing it to keep moving in that direction, right? Now, once you get it going at a good speed, you're mostly just moving it up and down. You're not constantly moving it in a circle. You're just waiting for it to reach the bottom and then moving it up, and then when it reaches the top, you're moving it down, pretty much. Your hand's almost going up and down as it goes faster and faster, right? But right now, as you can see, the hand goes all over the place. If this wasn't here, this would almost look like it's actually moving as square, pretty much. But you get my point. So, and we have a viewer. Hello, Math and Magic. How are you doing? Actually, I want to take this a little bit more. Okay. Now, next frame, rotate the gun more. There's a critical speed here. You're only going to spin something so fast before it flies off your finger. So I don't know how fast I'm going to do it here. But I have to make it consistent once I reach a certain speed, right? Because here it pretty much went 90 degrees. Barrel's pointing this line, now it's pointing pretty much perpendicular to that, right? This is a bit further than that. So, we'll have to see. I think we'll keep that speed of it going just slightly more than 90, so like 100 degrees. A couple more spins around here. And we'll actually take a look at everything and see how it looks after all that. Because these are very few frames. It's actually spinning really fast right now, so I don't even know if it'll look good at this point. Let's actually check and look. It might be spinning too fast for it to look good. It'll just start to look choppy. Yeah, it's pretty fast, but it doesn't look bad. I don't think. So like some people's animation, when they're doing this, when they catch it, like the other one I showed you, it might be very snappy, right? For me, it might be more gradual and more like exaggerated. So again, different styles. Did I move this one down? This one's okay. Next frame. I think we're gonna try and go for a really big spin here. So we want it to move up, and then pretty much move back down. Let's do one more spin after this. Why not? I want to test this now. A little bit of variance with it as well. You don't want the gun to be in the exact same spot or rotation that it was before. On the last time it was around this position, the top position, I don't want it to match that was 2 frames ago. So moved it down, and now I'm going to move it over here, and we're going to actually, he's just going to catch it here pretty much. So let's actually delete this, go back a bunch of frames and find the trigger hand, and then now if I really wanted to be a stickler for where exactly it was in comparison to this other frame, I would probably literally copy the whole gun piece and do it, but this is good enough. So. Just kind of speed through this here. Again, like, I'm exaggerating this. The gun isn't that heavy. It wouldn't be this hard to lower it and raise it and whatnot, right? But that's just this is what I like doing. I like this little exaggeration here that I have to it. A little flare, right? So let's see how that all looks now. Very nice. The catch might need an extra frame or two because this looks odd, I think. A little bit more on the slow down here. Try that, just a little bit extra push back when he catches it. Actually, I think towards the end when I sped it up even more, that was too fast. I think when I started doing up down instead of 4, like here it was fine. Here it was going in pretty much 4s, and I started doing 2s, and that was too fast. So I think I'm gonna change it. And keep it back at 4s. I mean, just spinning slightly slower, but I think it'll look better in the long run. Mess this up a lot here. This way, this way, this way, this way. Yeah, that's like a 180 from the last one. Wait a minute. Am I spinning this the wrong freaking way now? Hold up. Okay. This is a 180 now. started following the wrong ghosts. Following the blue ones instead of the red ones. Jeez, I really messed this up, didn't I? His hand starts to move down in this case. With his hand moves is going this way, the gun's actually rotated more here. That's better. See how that looks now. I might have fudged up really badly trying to edit all that. Huh. I was moving so fast, it's probably really hard to tell. When it's going this fast, I think a lot of it is just your eyes fill in all those gaps there, like how much that gun is moving between. So... that was pretty good. Oh, also, I forgot, you know, sometimes I get so engrossed in what I'm doing, I forget to check the fucking chat. Hi. Josh. No. Actually... just more frames. I don't think it needs more, because it's going so fast. More frames are going to make it look slower, right? Because this is 30, where is it? 30 frames per second, right? So if I do this in 30 frames, that means it takes a full second to do one rotation if it took 30 frames to do that. Yes, hi Matt. So he's spinning it really fast, so it's doing more than one rotation a second. It's doing a lot of rotations a second doing this. So it's I might add more, but I think it looks fine. Because here, let me have an example. This is where I pulled my inspiration from here. Let me find it. Luckily I'm streaming my desktop, so I can just post it here too. Let's see. Yeah, Eastlee's spins are a lot more smooth. They're also spinning a lot slower, of course, but still. He also adds a shit ton of effects to it that I don't, but yeah, okay, so even in the faster part you can see more of it. So let me, I hope you're all over 18 because there's blood in this one. Let's drag this on over here for you. So, I think you can still see this if I full screen it, right? Yeah, okay. So, I muted the sound, it's not important. Oh, this is that simple, this isn't Eastleigh, but whatever. So you can see their movements are a lot smoother. This is Eastleigh, or his character anyway. But you can see how it's more smooth, so there's more frames to it, right? But you can still see how it jumps around a lot. And this guy, when he starts spinning, this is that simple. Right here, when he starts spinning it faster. It's the same kind of thing, and then he fucks up, but you get the point. So, that's that simple, by the way. You should probably subscribe to him too. But yeah, so that's that whole style, like where it goes fast like that. That's, and even the animation that the other guy sent me earlier, it was, the gun wasn't moving around too much during that spin because it was so fast. Let me reopen it and check as an example. This one, I still don't know why it's so small, but it only spins once, but it does it in like 5 frames. So when it's doing faster like this, it's doing big jumps here. It only spins once, but okay. That's in, what, 15 frames? Either way, I think it looks fine. Oh, it was before. Okay, I see. But still, I hope people are going to end up watching these streams later on, so I still like to go through and explain things just in case maybe they have the question down the line I want to know, and now it'll be there. It is tiny. I don't know why. I always do mine in full HD, 1080p. So this is a 1080p like thing here, 1920 by 1080 pixels, right? But then I make the shit super big. So if I just take like this guy's head, right, or his mask, I think it is. That's how big it actually is. It's small. So because this thing is not 1080p, this document is fucking. I don't know what resolution that fucking is. That's weird, but you know. So either way, this is a short animation. So it was for my first animation stream. Just wanted to do something short and sweet, simple. But I used to feel like streaming, but I don't know if I still feel like animating, because I got this done nice and quick, nice and easy, just a little spin test. I could make it shoot now, but the spin's fine. Let's round it out here real quick. Hold on. What did I just do? There we go. This is a good song right here. I should zoom out slightly. Fuck's sakes. My hotkey wasn't working to change it to the selection tool. Thing is, since I'm not moving this pin to rotate around here, because I would have to move it every time, I have to make sure I move the hand to the right position, because when I rotate the whole thing again on the next move, it's going to move the hand somewhere else, not where it is now. Unless I move the pin, which I'm too lazy to do, so I just do it this way. Now the hand's a lot closer to this, which I don't want. I want it to go up here. So Sometimes it doesn't catch the rotation anchor. Just a little flare to finish it off there, so it just doesn't end so suddenly. Well, it still does, but you know, a couple spins. It probably is actually, he's probably spinning it way too fast, but let's see, how many times does it actually spin here? Let's see if I figure this out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's 5 times in the span of a second. Let's see, it pretty much starts almost at 4 seconds. Like half a second. So, okay, that's a little ridiculous. It looks okay, but that's a little ridiculous as far as speed. So... of course, I would have to go back and add a bunch of frames in between these to make it spin slower, and that would be a really big pain in the ass. So I'm gonna leave it at this, and we'll just, you know, take that lesson for next time. But it looks decent, so I'm happy. It spins too fast, but I already went through that once because it was spinning too fast before, and it's still too fast, but whatever. Either way, save it. I don't want to save it in downloads. I want to save it in FLAs. And then that's it for the animation. Now I think I am going to continue streaming, and I got 2 of you here, so let's actually, did not want to click that button, no. So, the main 2 games that I've been playing mostly are Dead by Daylight and Hunt Showdown. I could also, I guess, play TF2. I've been looking around that. So, do you guys have any preferences there? Matt, I know you know what all those games are. Josh, I don't know if you know. Just, see, that's the thing. I could double up the frames to make it go slower, but that also makes it choppier. So let's try that real quick, just to see what it would look like, right? So it looks fine here. So let's say about after this spin, right? Okay, we double up frames. Doot. Make every frame after this twice as long. Right? Until he catches it. It's this frame. So this whole section now takes twice as long. I have to add frames here as well, just so the other stuff doesn't disappear. So it looks now. Might look better, might look fine, because it's a little bit longer. Now it looks like it's lagging. So doubling up doesn't always look better, I don't think. In this case, it's not a good idea. Luckily, it's easy enough to change and then undo. Just hit Control-Z a bunch of times. Games I was talking about was Dead by Daylight and Hunt Showdown. Dead by Daylight is an asymmetrical, quote, survival horror, unquote, game. 4 survivors have to do generators, and 1 killer has to try and stop them by downing them and then hooking them repeatedly. There's a bunch of killers in it, including licensed killers like Nemesis from Resident Evil is the newest one. Ghostface, Freddy Krueger. Sadly, it's the remake Freddy Krueger from 2012, not Robert Englund. What else? Oh, you shit. Oh, okay, damn. Which would you want to see then? Or TF2, that's another option because I've been playing that, but... Alright, what do you think, Math? Oh, shit, you're both split on it. I haven't played Hunt Showdown in a bit. Quite a bit. So, I'm gonna play that, I think. I mean, if you're both gonna be on for long enough, I can play both eventually, but... Let me export this as into a GIF real quick to show off to my Discord pals. I mean, I can put it in a video format too, but I like GIFs because then I can get this fancy transparent background. Wait for it. Wait for it. Shaboom. Transparency. We don't want to save it next place. We want to save exports. And I'll export it to an MP4 later. So Hunt will do. When this is not frozen. Okay. Alright, so I gotta click my fancy transition screen. That's the Blight from Dead by Daylight, by the way, which I guess you know because you've played it. Jesus Christ, that was way too low. I meant to hit the plus icon, not the bar towards the top. I gotta get used to this shit. Anyway, music for a moment while I'm swapping my other stuff over. You know, I don't know how to edit my live screen settings without swapping to it. I could end the stream and start it again, but that's kind of ridiculous. Because I can't access my sources for the other one without clicking on it first. Right? As you can tell, okay. Anyway, I'm still learning things. I figured it out. Awesome. So I'll stop VLC in a bit. I'll actually hide this so because you don't have to see it because I'm gonna stop the music in a minute. But I do have to open Hunt to be able to select it as a game to record. We're actually gonna stop the music. Yes. What is what from Stream Deck? What do you mean? Oh, no. I commissioned somebody on Fiverr to make it for me. It's custom. It's more flat and kind of cartoony than I expected. I wanted it to look more realistic and somewhat to some degree. But yeah, I'm happy how it turned out still. The guy wasn't like a super professional, but he did good, better than I could do anyway. The stuff here, let me, oh, I can't transition while, shit, I can't transition while I'm, okay. Tell me to get through. Oh yeah, Josh, did you see there was a new map, my guy? And this is a new DLC. With a lot of fucking bones. Hold up. I have to check this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, there's not 12 skulls here, there's 13. that we're gonna put 12 skulls here because there's only 12 max skulls for the match. 14 actually, I just counted 14. Yeah, so that's not well. Anyway. Well, I had to get him to redo it a lot just to get the right thing here. Let me actually. Oh, we're gonna turn off the desktop. Oh yeah, I have to change the properties for the game thing so it actually does. So it should. Let me make sure it's doing it right before I transition. Huh. Who's a hunt name? What do you mean? Oh yeah, no, because the audio collects everything from my desktop. However, I'm trying to get this to actually select the proper game, and it doesn't. Oh, here, now it's working. Okay, hold up. Now it'll work. There we go. Okay. Now I have to transition. Boop. Yeah, there we go. And that's the wonderful studio mode. Now, of course, we want to enable performance mode here because I don't want it to, because right now I'm literally rendering my screen 3 times, once for the actual screen and 2 times for my thing, so I don't want to do that. Everything should be showing up fine. So the game is kind of loud. Oh wow, does somebody tell me, is my game too loud compared to my mic right now? I don't want my voice to be drowned out by the sound of gunshots. I hope my chat still updates into performance mode. Chat better update in performance mode. Anyway, I got an alert that somebody subscribed. I forgot I was on YouTube and not Twitch, so I was like, oh, I got a subscription on Twitch. A subscription on Twitch is when you actually pay, as opposed to a subscription on YouTube is just, it's weird. But okay, I was like, holy shit, I got money, what? What loadout to use? This guy is very pasty white, so I mean he's covered in dirt, but still his face is white. He's not as super dark or anything, so I think it's probably best. I almost forgot to change my stream information. Apparently I can't change the tag on the stream, but whatever. Why weren't you? God damn. You should be ashamed of yourself. Anyway, how's my mic compared to the game sound? Is it too quiet? The game too loud? I think we're gonna go with a Caldwell with flechette and an uppercut. Excuse me. I don't want any special rounds for that. Regular knife, medkit. I guess throwing knives and decoys. Was way too loud. Now it's fine though, because I tweaked it a bit. Okay, good. Excellent. Oh, wunderbar. Cool. Second subscription. Awesome. You probably weren't subscribed to my YouTube before because I never streamed on YouTube. You were just followed on my Twitch. That's probably why. I think I'm gonna go loud because that's always fun. Stand a shot so we can run around for 10 minutes without worrying. And no shot because it's an entire game with no worries about poison. Why not? And it's only $5,500. Fuck it, let's leave teams of 3 on, and hopefully I get the new map. Alright. I think this is the front of a skull right here. He just strung up, because you can see the bridge of the eyebrows here, right? If he would stop doing that, the eyebrows like that, it's the same thing as on his chest right here that you'd see if this wasn't in the way. Oh yeah, the boss that came out somewhat recently, Scrapbeak. When was the last time you played, huh, Josh? Wait a second, I'm actually gonna close my door here. Horse spawn right next to me. Now, I have really good headphones. That's why the game was so loud, so I can actually hear everything. This is the new map. Amazing. Like I said, we're gonna go somewhat loud. Shooting shit, whatever. I don't remember what my hotkey was, so I have no idea what that other button did that I pressed. Tell me if anything random popped up on the screen and it's still there. I'm not going to try and trip every noise trap or anything, but I'm not going to care too much about it either. Because, I want to get into fights. And there we go. Anyway. Let's, get the show on the road, shall we? Now, I remember last time I've streamed this game, I've had an issue where it'll start freezing in compounds. Oh yeah, those are the new grunts. They have a lantern that does that. Much better. What? Oh, the dog's on that. These gunshots aren't far. We're gonna try and get away from the dogs and get up here where I get a better view. Oh my. I have a med kit now, which is good. They're over there. That's heritage pork. They're probably not coming this way. I don't see him from here. We're gonna completely ignore the clue. Oh, wait, it's right here. Never mind. That really isn't far. They might be coming this way. And of course, there's water devils in the fucking water. If I try and jump across, they might not get me, but they'll make a shit ton of noise, and the other players will know that I'm here. They're going further that way, unless there's two groups. Let's go around. I might die instantly. I don't know anything about Hearthstone, so I'm gonna assume that's good. Like, especially good that you won with that particular item. So we're heading in this direction. I don't hear them anymore. The crows that they scared weren't that close. But those are the players we heard earlier, so I'm not worried about them. I don't think the players that were just here heard me at all. That was not far. And that was a shotgun. I don't want this immolator over here to hear me either. I heard a gunshot. Just one. Those are the players that were running that way, I think, but this gunshot was really close. That was a big explosion. I have no idea where anyone's heading. I don't see anyone either. Footsteps this way. They're coming towards me. If I can get a headshot with this uppercut, it'll kill them instantly. But there might be 3 of them. I'm also a terrible shot. Did they stop or did they run away from me? They ran away from me. I don't want to sprint because then they'll hear me more easily. I didn't hear them run across wood. It sounded like mud. So I don't think they went across... That's a stick. I don't think they ran across the bridge. But I know they went in this direction. They aggroed in hive over there. They're right there. They're shooting, so they might not hear my footsteps as easily. That place people can hide in. They're in the water. Oh, I have fanning. I'm not going to shoot him yet. It's too far. If I get a headshot, it could have killed him, but that's a hard shot with a pistol at this range. That's not. One was in the water. I know that. He's more worried about that armored. There was one in the water. I don't know if that was the guy that I just shot or someone else. I think it was him though, because they just came out from over there. This guy's in the house. There could be a 3rd person, but I don't know where he is. That's not good. Now they know where I am. At least for sure, anyway. He moved. Spiders here. I think he had a shotgun, judging by the gunshot noises. He's somewhere over here. The armor was chasing him, but lost him. Yeah, the grunts are aggravating me, not him. That might be him just now. He ran off. Shut up. Player? Oh, no, that's nerd run. Good thing I have the stamina shot. Fuck me. Scared the shit out of me, buddy. Didn't hit shit. He's up there somewhere. There were other gunshots here, so... Heard that. Someone's over here too. He ran left. I'm not pushing him because he might have a friend. The other guy is still up here. I think he was in that window when he shot me. He's right there. Oh, I should have used... He died of bleeding. You get a lucky headshot. If I just remembered I had fanning instead of trying to ADS, I would have just... I completely forgot I had the perk. He died of bleeding though, so it counts. Yeah, he domed me from there, luckily. Yeah, my loadout was rival and an uppercut. The rival had Fletchet, which if I didn't bring Fletchet, that shot might have killed him, because Fletchet does less damage. But if it didn't, he wouldn't have died, because there's no bleeding on regular rounds. But it was a fun round. I got a nice little cheeky headshot in, and then at least killed that guy, so... I think that other guy was probably a solo. Nobody went to save him. Or if it was the other guy, then it was the guy that I just killed, so they're both dead anyway. It's cool. Should we try the bomb lance? Wait, did they buff flame ammo? Oh yeah, they did. It doesn't do any less damage. It just doesn't pen. Let's do it. Let's be fucking dicks. Now, I'm going to bring an ammo box because that has special ammo, which I would need for both of these if I can't find any supply places or anything. Do a frag bomb this time. Okay. What perks do I have? Pitcher, very nice. And Doctor, okay. This does no use to me right now. Alright. The hunt begin. Both of you are on the Eastern time zone. It is 12:20, so I don't know about what time you guys intend to get to bed. So, depending on how much longer we're going to be up, we can either continue to just play this, or we can swap to Dead by Daylight at some point, if one or both of you want. So we are a rather short range loadout at this time. This gun doesn't really go far. And this one, it's compact ammo, actually. I think it's special ammo, but well, it's special ammo because it's incendiary, but I think even if it was normal ammo for a Bornheim, it's still special ammo. Splitgate? I don't even know what that is. Wait, are you talking to me or Matt about Splitgate? I don't remember anyone mentioning Splitgate. Then again, I have a terrible memory. I can look it up real quick after this game, this match. What kind of game is it? Refresh my memory. Is it a Diablo clone? I've been hearing about a lot of Diablo clones lately. I'm not a fan. I also have 11 spare ammo for this fucking thing, which is absolutely nothing. So I don't even have the resources to like shoot that hive. Really. I'm gonna do it anyway. But yeah. There's another one. Anyway, where's the clue? Right in this carriage. Where's the second? Oh, it's up there. Where's the clue? In that carriage. Oh, it's in there. Oh. Anyway, I should probably use this. Hives and Emulators are two of the most annoying things in this game. Dogs are annoying too, but I can handle those usually. Alright. Jump up. They might be... Wow. Anyway. They might be fighting the boss if they happen to have found them already. There's not... Some of those shots were overlapping. That might be at Ash Creek because how far away it is. We're just going to go to Weeping Stone. I'll check it out, possibly. Shit. Anyways, I have infinite stamina for 10 minutes. So I can swing this fucker around all day. No consequence. And this is the strongest melee weapon in the game. At least as far as damage output. Also, I'm fairly certain it can kill those crows, but I'm not. Oh, there was ducks. I thought those ducks were footsteps, which is often what happens. I think that was intentional. This water wheel that's over here sounds like a lot of different things, and it really throws you off. And I think that's the point as well. No perk. Bullshit. That was relatively close. That's right over there. I lost a round doing that, but I want a full clip. Okay. There's a supply point over there. But, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to go to the supply point. I need ammo. I want to get topped off. We're in Scrap Beaker Land, but I think all those gunshots might either mean it's a player fight or they found the boss and they're just going loud with it. Which is unfortunate, because the Scrap Beak fight is pretty fun. Alright, where's my uwu box? There it is. Was that the dogs making that noise, or was that someone running? Anyway, towards the gunshots. I'm pretty sure that's it. Heritage. Maybe Pearl. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Now, one problem with the bomb lance is it doesn't kill them right away, usually. It's only when it blows up that it does, if you hit them. So they do have a second or two to shoot you before they die, which if they had something like a shotgun might be relatively simple for them to do. And of course they're probably panicking because they have a bomb lance sticking out of them. But it's still a chance that you have to worry about. They're here, like on the opposite side of this compound, but now I don't know if the flame effect for these things has a fall off for how effective they are, but I'm pretty certain that whatever range, as long as it does damage, 2 hits in quick succession will light somebody on fire. It also immediately blows up any barrels I shoot, so that is definitely them shooting at Scrappy, so they don't have other players to contend with, and once they know I'm here, they can just shoot me. They don't have anything distracting them now that the Scrappy is dead. So it's time to take the slower approach. The boss was upstairs, I think. I've gotten wrecked in this place before, people hiding behind doors and stuff. I don't know the layout of the building that well. So this is something I'm going to have to go a little slower with. Somebody turned on the generator, which also makes noise. That was the other side of the building. I don't know if that was them or somebody else. They're also hitting barbed wire. They're all running around over there. Those dogs are still there, so I can't go over there. Come outside. He was right here. This thing is not accurate. That doesn't break. I guess there is boards over it. They're gonna shoot me through one of these fucking windows, ain't they? Push me. Somebody else took damage. It wasn't me. Oh, hi. That wasn't bleeding. Ah, it missed. I'm bleeding now. That's not good. I'm gonna get shot here. Yep, there it is. I should have crouched. It was either bleed to death or try and kill him and well, I got a bomb lance kill though. I'm happy about that. Oh well. So you were talking about Splitgate? Oh, that's weird. I can't alt-tab properly. There we go. Is it on Steam? Oh my. Alright, let's check this out here. Okay, it is a beta currently. Okay. Fast play. It sounds already too much like so many other FPS games. Like, it probably has some sort of unique gimmick. Halo meets Portal. Okay, so they're using portals, but it's like Halo with the added gimmick of, I don't know. I'm tired of like fast-paced sort of just Call of Duty or Halo type shooters. It's just not my thing. I'm looking at the video now. I just have it muted. Yeah, it twitchy fast reflexes, like, which I guess you need for Hunt too, but it's different. The portal mechanic is cool. It's unique. I like it, but at the same time, I just feel like it's gonna end up with a bunch of meta shit that's gonna get everything exploited, and it's gonna be kind of just a pain that I'm used to with these kind of games. So I'm hesitant to try it, really. And it's free, but still. I don't know. I did not want to click that either. God damn it. I keep trying to click on something, and then I click something next to it. And then I open something I didn't want to open, and that's an issue. Now Steam VR is starting. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway. And I disagree with you there, but that's, yeah. Anyway, should I keep playing Hunt here, or should I swap to Dead by Daylight at this point? I don't know how long you're staying up, Josh. I don't know when you have to work tomorrow. If you work tomorrow. Yeah, that's another thing. So, what do you guys think at this point? All right, I know Matt said we prefer Dead by Daylight, so I guess I'll do that. Let me check my Steam notifications first. I apparently have 4 new items in my inventory, and it's more TF2 trading cards. Oh wait, no, it's not, because I sold them before I even checked that I had them. Alright, back to studio mode. We are going to go to my Be Right Back screen. And that way I can go to my live screen and change this to Dead by Daylight, close Hunt, and run DPD. Great. Now, as you might have guessed from the background that you're currently looking at, and from my picture and that you were seeing in the top left, I'm a Blight main, so we're going to be playing Blight first. Actually, I might play somebody else depending on what challenge I get, if it's something I have to play a particular killer for. But, oh, okay. Well, you sleep well then and try and not have a shitty day tomorrow. I know with how work's been going, it's definitely not easy, but hey, that's work for you. That's odd. It's not detecting DBD as a game to stream for some reason. That's very, very odd. Okay, now it's working. We can also do performance mode real quick, so I'm not streaming the game 3 freaking times. Is Matt even still here? Like, I see him in the viewer, but no, he's playing Hearthstone or something. Okay. This game got a graphical update someone recently to a lot of different things. Oh yeah, the mask. Of course, it's always for Meg. Meg always gets the mask. Everything's off least. Anyway, let's put the code in. Why not? Hooray. All the saw outfits are featured here. That's cool. Yeah, but anyway. Blight got a new skin recently. It's okay. It's the Greek theme. It's the ferrymen of the underworld. It's fine. Doesn't have much in the way of cloth. It sits right around the edge. And he holds this ore way down here, but in game he holds it like up here. It looks really bad. That's how it is for all of his canes. He holds it down here, but in the game he holds it like up here, so it's weird. But either way, yeah. I don't like that so much though. I'm gonna go with this one instead. I should have. Let's do Speedy Blight for the fun of it. We can get rid of. And it will not put on. We'll leave the normal build. So basically, in case you don't know what these perks are, this lets you kick things faster. This shows auras when you hook someone, and for every unique hook in the match, so 4 total, you get 25% extra blood points at the end. So basically, hook everyone once, and you get I have to change my thing again because I saw touch on, and you get double blood points. Oh, god damn it. They brought the RPD badge. That was their inspiration for the Blight, but that's not how his power and stuff works. Blight was an alchemist, I think, that messed around. He got pulled into the entity's realm, and he tried to use the pustula serum that comes around every Halloween period to try and escape. He kept refining it, and he never made it out. He ended up becoming addicted to the pustula serum and the flowers, and the entity used that to turn him into the Blight. But that is the original premise, was the sort of Jekyll and Hyde theme that they had. His power, well, you'll see what his power is, but with they just brought the RPD badge, which brings us to the Raccoon City Police Station from Resident Evil, the remake. They pretty much copy-pasted the damn map for the most part. For example, here is where Nemesis lifts up the chopper and starts chasing Leon down the freaking hallway. And down the stairs and whatever, blah blah. But yeah, it's pretty much a copy of the map from the game. So if you know the map from the game, then you can follow it here. However, as you can see, it's very claustrophobic, which for some killers might be good, but for this particular killer, it is very bad. My power is basically running forward, hitting something, but I can only do this a limited times in a row. And then I have to wait for it to recharge. Did they hide in this locker? How many skill checks are you failing over there, buddy? This is just one of the worst maps for Blight. Look, I have nowhere to rush right now. I don't even know how to get over there, because I've never played Resident Evil. So now I'm just lost in a maze. This is a safe room. So it's just, I've spent all this time, instead of going to that gem when I heard someone there, I spent like a solid minute trying to figure out where the fuck I was going. Yeah, you better fucking... So yeah, it's not great. She went this way. And... okay. He can save you. Anyway. I can't... The way that killers move a little bit faster than survivors, right? But only a little bit. So, if I'm following exactly where the survivor's moving, it's going to take me forever to catch up. This is why WM1 and having the killer focus after you is a good strategy for the survivors, because it takes them forever to catch up, right? But, this is almost done. Ow. I could have had more hooks than this by now. But I don't, because, again, it takes me forever to get around, because I can't rush like I would usually do. She's in that locker. Yeah, fuck you. I'm not falling for that twice, you piece of shit. Come here. Fucking... This is why. I couldn't do shit. Now it's a lot of distance. So it's stuck recovering and then breaking the pallet, and now she's running this way. She's exhausted though, so she can't do that again as long as she's running. Yeah, no. Nice try. You should have dropped the pallet. Any hoozles? There's a crow to my left that I don't think I tripped, so I think there's somebody over there. Oh, here's a gen. Somebody touched. There's scratch marks to my right. Should have waited a second longer. Did not want to go through the doorway. Where are you going? Pallet? No? Are you just running in a circle? Oh, I hear footy steps. Went downstairs. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm surprised they haven't done all the freaking gens yet. Why didn't you drop that pallet? Another one you're gonna... Oh, there's a door here. Or a window. Oh, I almost got you. If I do this right... Oh, okay, you're just gonna go that way. Now you're gonna drop the pallet. Watch. Or not. Okay. Is there a vault over here? Just going in a circle. Yeah, okay. What am I colliding on here? Ah. Where is she? Over by this pallet? Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, this is... I can't do shit here with this character. I can't hit over things. Anyway. Now, if the Dinosaurs were competent, they would have probably finished the gens in that time. I can do this. No, I can't. But they didn't, for some reason. Because that took me forever. I've gotten 4 hooks. Okay. Wanted to hit the door frame. What? Oh. You touched the gen. You think she has DS? Which lets her stab me if I pick her up right after she got hit. Okay, game. Okay, game! I literally go around the corner, you hit something. I run into the door frame, slide right past it. Game's a piece of shit. And that would have let him get away if he didn't do that stupid shit. But okay, I'll take it. 3 pressure. 1 gen left though. If even one of them is on one, they get it done. One's over there. There's the Jane. There's the Jane. Hi. Yes. You guys gave me this shit map with this killer, so you're gonna pay the price. Sorry. Hey, I actually hit the freaking wall this time. And not that time. Any hoozles. Hello. You a god pallet over here? This pallet's already gone, Leon. Hooked like the same 3 fucking people. I have 3 stacks of barbecue. That means I've only hooked 3 survivors. There's 1 person I've not hooked at all because I haven't found them yet. Oh, hey, the hatch. Look at that. I didn't see them. They're either really close or they hid in the locker. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hate this map. I thought she was in one of those fucking lockers. But I guess not. I just... Okay. Shoulda fucking took a hit, Leon. Come here. You're gonna run out of pallets eventually, Leon. There you go. Alright. Now, the last person that's left currently has to either finish the gen they're on or go and pick up the other Leon. This one might wiggle out because these hooks are in terrible spots. had that perk. Nope. Or you were used Unbreakable. And now you're all down. So unless somebody else has Unbreakable, y'all lost. I know the other Leon doesn't have Unbreakable anymore, so I have to expect her to have it, which means I have to pick her up now. Oh yes, you're going on the fucking hook for taking me this stupid fucking map. Right next to the zombie. Where's that last one? I believe I unhooked him right here, and he went down right over here somewhere. Well, I know where the hatch is, so... He didn't have adrenaline, so now he will either bleed out, or I will find him and hook him. Either way, I win. I thought I just heard him over here. Where he went. I don't think he has a perk to keep quiet. Besides, you shouldn't. I don't think Iron Will makes you quiet if you're on the ground, only when you're injured, not down. Ooh, was that blood? Yes, it was. Hi. Awesome. Well, that was fun. Not really. Can I show mercy? No, Cyber Syrup, I can't. Because they brought me to that fucking map, which is the worst map for this killer. So I refuse to be shown mercy. Or I'm sorry, I refuse to show mercy. Because that map's a fucking shit map for killer. Almost any killer. It's horrible, Josh. Lesion, yeah. Oh, so yeah. Anyway, I wish I could have shown you a Blight on a much better map for him, but you know, sometimes you don't get what you want. Anyway, who to play next? What's my challenge that I have? I didn't even have a challenge selected. Oh, that's because I got it done. Excellent. Break 20 walls or pallets. Easy. Let's play Nemesis, because he can do that with his power. Look how tall he is. This is the bloody skin, by the way. I prestiged him 3 times to get the bloody skin. music's really nice too. Oh my god, Thanos. It's not Thanos, but I get it. He does punch people though. That's his weapon. He just punches them. Oh, again? Jesus Christ. I mean, this killer is better for... Actually, this is a really good map for this killer, particularly. Because Nemesis in this game spawns 2 AI zombies. The zombies just wander around randomly. They'll follow sounds and stuff. They'll chase survivors if they see them. This map is very claustrophobic. So, if there's a zombie in the way, you're gonna get hit by them. And if you're not infected, you'll get infected, take no damage. If you are infected, you'll take damage. If you're infected and injured, you'll go down. So it can really, really fuck survivors over. And your tentacle power can hit over things in most cases. It's like a low wall anyway. Oh, dude, oh, Jesus Christ. How come all you people from the Madness Combat Discord come here now after I'm done animating? That reminds me, let me actually alt-tab real quick. So I can, I'm gonna put my GIF in your Discord there. I think DL, are you in the other Discord? I don't know. Match has started, I don't care. There it is. I'll put it in your Discord for now. Anyway, they spawned right in front of me. Hello, Dwight, you little shit, and your straw hat. Come here. Come on. Drop it. Nope. What? How is that not hitting him? Oh, hey, that's zombie. Go run back into the zombie, go on. 2 people on that gen. I'm gonna leave you down. Okay. Oh, hey, a zombie. That one almost popped too. You would want to end one because you're not the obsession. Alright. That's why zombies are great. Amazing. Just got me the down. Wonderful. So that zombie's chasing someone. His arms are outstretched, so he's chasing somebody. So now I know somebody's down there. Can you? Anyway. Other person. Oh, I want to chase this guy first. Oh hey. Problem is this guy makes really loud footsteps, so it's hard to sneak up on people. But it still works. Yeah. The other perk I have here, Outbreak or something like that, is basically if I kick a gen. Where are the stairs? I'm gonna drop her at this point. Anyway, if I kick a gen while that perk's up, then and then I down somebody after kicking that gen or any other gen. Then I basically just I don't know why you did that, but okay. Anyway, that zombie just fell. Hilarious. But then that gen takes some extra % damage. And if anybody's on it, they can't work on that gen for like some amount of seconds. 16, I think. I just walked by the doorway, didn't I? I hate this chick's struggle sounds. Look at this. It's just so stupid. Scratch mark. So hi, Dwight. I remember you. I want to hit him with my tentacle because otherwise I'll lose stacks on my perk if I do a basic attack on him. And I want to keep those stacks. See, I have to follow exactly where it's going. I can't, like, cut him off. Because of this stupid map. Oh, here's the basement. This is the basement from the actual game, but they transformed it into the killer basement from this game, so I'm told that's pretty neat. By one of my friends who absolutely adores this fucking game. Not Dead by Daylight. I'm Resident Evil. Somebody's up there. Oh, yeah, these hooks shouldn't be making this cracking sound right now. That's the sound of the entity claws growing. And that should be gone because they got taken off the hook, but they're not because the game's once again bugged in some other way. And I can't just walk over there. I have to find the stairs and go up the stairs and then walk over there to that gen, which is a mile away. And by now, my undetectable effect has run out. It took me this long to get over here. Luckily, she panicked and got off the gen, despite her probably having been able to finish it before I got here. just reached tier 3 on my power, which means my tentacle has a little bit more range. Which just makes this easier. I could probably hit her from here. Nice dead hard. Okay. One gen popped from my thing, the other one lit up because of a Tinkerer. They're probably going to finish it before I get over there if there's another one person on it. There it goes. They have to come this way though, I think. Someone's injured. I thought she was in that room. Pick up the other one, and both zombies. Oh no, that was a reflection. Yeah, the zombie just fell again. I love that. Nice dead hard. Nice dead hard. Anyway. 3 gens left. That was not Tinkerer that just popped, so they either failed a skill check or just unhooked somebody. Gen 1 is getting close. Now he's dead. So now I no longer can lose stacks of play with your food. Or, I'm sorry, save the best for last, which means my basic attacks when I hit somebody are as fast as they can ever be, as far as the recovery time. I'm gonna go back for the other person. Actually, a zombie's camping him, but there's the other person with the scratch marks down there. 2 dead, 2 gens left, and she just used the vaccine, which doesn't matter at this point in the game. She just wasted her time. She would have gotten to a gen and gain more distance. And a zombie's right there. Oh, there's a wall in the way. Never mind. Only one of you can work on a gen at one time now. Vault it. Okay. Fair play. How'd that miss? Yeah, I wanted to get her with the tentacle. So that way the zombie could hit her and get extra hits in easily. Go on hook, do it. Dead hard. That's what I thought. And now the last person either has to wait for this person to die and find Hatch, or... Oh, never mind, they're literally right here. And they're injured. They went this way. Fucking perfect timing. Let's go. I hear you. Wonder if they know where the hatch is. Or if the hatch is even nearby. Got stuck on that pillar. I don't think the hatch can spawn upstairs, but I might be wrong. In fact, I think I heard it on my right just a second ago. You're lost. Oh, I had to get the zombie kill. I meant to move my Discord window out of the way so I can read the chat, but I don't know who Corpase is, or Corpse. What's my highest voice pitch? I don't know. I'm not gonna test it. Thanos Madness Combat Edition, Jesus Christ. Instead of the Infinity Gauntlet, it's the Improbability Gauntlet. See, I can't see who the viewers are. Whatever. All right, so I think I'm about done with streaming for tonight. I don't know which of you is still here. I know Cyber's probably still here, and probably Matt, but it only says I have 2 viewers, so I don't know if there's anyone else actually here or not. Let me see if I can actually see if participants. Just me. What? This is something. YouTube is fucking weird. I can't see who's actually in the damn chat. Whatever. I think I'm done streaming for tonight, my guys. So, have a good one, and yeah. It's been fun. Oh well. Well, we had a good rotation of people in here, so that's nice. A good little variation. I am going to be probably trying to stream a bit more, especially the animation streams. So, who knows what I'll animate next? Any hoozles. You all have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. I don't know. Just keep an eye on my YouTube, and it should tell you if I schedule one. And that is if I schedule. I might just decide spontaneously, hey, let's fucking stream. And then you'll just see, oh, hey, this guy's streaming. Oh, shit, okay. Better check that guy out. Damn, I don't want to miss his stream. Anyway.